Alright, today I will be answering some people's questions today on Instagram. So, alright, let's see what people have to say. Alright, this first question comes from Shamar, and he says, "Someone give me a real fight." No. Did you see what happened to me last time? Whenever I asked someone to give me a real fight, I got my face smashed in and my arm chopped off and my leg cut off! Alright, this next question comes from Batimus Prime. He tells, or asks me, "Are you Bay vs. Hound?" No. Do I look like that fat big green bastard? No. Next question. Alright, and this next question, I'm sorry, I can't read your name, but you know who you are. He says, how you feel, or I guess you're saying, how do I feel about being killed by a Maximal? I hated it. First I get my arm ripped off by Primal, Prime cuts my leg off, and then I get my face smashed in by Primal, so I did not like it one bit. I'm shocked I was able to get fixed up. And Isaac says I'm weak. I'm not weak. What happened to me in the movie, that's what happens when I run my big huge mouth! Alright, this question comes from Wheel Jazz Studios. He asks, "How did it feel getting a real fight? Getting your head smashed in by a monkey. I hated every second of it!" Next question! Alright, and this question comes from Shamar. He says, "We know what you were doing when you were grappling onto Nightbird in vehicle mode." No, that wasn't what you think it was. I'm leaving. No. Alright, and another question from Shamar. He asks, "Battletrap, what do you think of Scourge?" "I think he's a very cool guy. He actually recruited me. I used to be a Decepticon, but then I decided to join his team. Pretty badass. Anyways," and then he adds, "And did you grab Nightbird's wings?" I have not done that yet. Nightbird, give me them wings! Ah! Alright, and another question from Wheel Jazz Studios. He asks, "Can you read the nutrients facts behind you?" No, I cannot. You know what? If this is gonna bother people, we're getting it out. Now. Damn it, we need a new background! Shit! Alright, and this question comes from Backyard Fan. He asks, "Why did you disguise to go a tow truck alt mode?" What? Are you trying to ask me why did I get a tow truck as an alt mode? I don't know. It looked pretty cool and I figured it could be useful in a highway chase scene. I mean, we saw how it worked out. And also, I like the color orange. And this question comes from Nidus Prime. He says, "Do you think Scourge is Optimus Prime?" No, I do not think so. Maybe he is. Ooh, I wonder who he really is. Or who he used to be before Unicron got him. Alright, and this is another question from Shamar. He asks, "How did it feel to run RC and Wheeljack off the road in Peru after shooting at them?" It was very satisfying. Just using my toe clamps and just grabbing the bumper of Wheeljack and ramming him right off the road. Man, they'll be feeling that in the morning, I tell you what, Shamar. Alright, and here we go. Another question from Shamar. He says, "It was disappointing that none of the Autobots or Maximals, except for Prime and Primal, giving you a real fight." That was very disappointing. I would have loved to go up against Rhinox. Man, I really wanted to fight him. I got to fight Primal briefly. I held my own for a while, but yeah, unfortunately he did freaking take that, so yeah. But I do agree, it was disappointing. Okay, this is not exactly a question from Shamar, but he says, "Machine guns go brrrr." Alright, and this is the last question from Shamar. He says, "How much demon timing were you all on in Rise of the Beasts?" I don't exactly know what you mean by this, but if you're talking about if we act like demons and all that, yeah, we're pretty much demons. I mean, Unicron you could think as the devil and all that, if you want to. And, Yeah, and we're just his foot soldiers. So yeah, we're basically demons. Demons from hell! Well, it looks like that's all the questions that everyone has for me. I thank you so much for everyone asking me questions, and yeah, I had a really good time. Yes, there were some weird questions, some questions that made me mad, but other than that, thank you for some of those questions, and I hope to see you sometime next week or in a couple weeks, and I'll be back to answer some more questions. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. This is Battletrap, signing off.